Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome to your next normal. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. So nice to be back on air, isn't it? Live, where I can kind of feel your energy, and I'm sure you can also feel mine as well. I have to say, I was in the mall the other day. It was Divya's birthday, and we stopped into the store. Maybe I'm going to end up promoting them. I don't know. I should actually have the image. But it was a store that took like a picture of you 360 degree, and they sent you a kind of a figurine of it. And I have to tell you, I was so struck by the way it captured your personality. It's hard for me to explain it until you can see it, but it has impacted me. Like, what are the impressions that people feel of us when they see us? You know, what are the things that people feel when they see you? Do they see that you're a person with a lot of fear or a lot of faith? Today's discussion is about this. Have you met one person on the planet who's fearless to everything? I mean, they have no fear of anything in them. Have you met one person? I'll give you some time to think about it. It's interesting, right? And I'd like to invite you to take a moment and think about anything that in your life right now you feel there's fear. Fear of job insecurity, fear of a diagnosis, fear of a relationship. Think about it just for a little bit and look at the image on the screen, the difference between fear and faith. It's such a stark difference. And I want you to just keep resting your eye on this for a while. That every time that you're in fear, you think of the worst scenario. And whenever you're in a mode of faith, you think of the best scenario. Is there anything in your life right now that somehow has you influenced in an area of fear where you think it's the worst situation ever? And ask yourself why. Why? What am I really afraid of? Let us do a little letting go of meditation. And I want you to visualize the image on the screen of your mind. You will always have a choice to feel that you're in despair or you're living in not hope, but the reality of your capacity, the reality of your potential. Think about it. You have a choice what to feed. And if there is fear, the question is just why? And if there's faith, then you know why. Let's take a little meditation. Om Shanti. The time that we choose to be aware doesn't necessarily require me to just sit and meditate. But even while I walk and move around, I can be in a meditative awareness, which is awareness of the soul, the original, eternal, imperishable being of light. For a little while, I'd like to invite you to be present, to be here, and to be now. Allow your mind to settle in the moment, to relax. This meditation is about awareness. It's about becoming aware of your original and eternal self. It's about connecting to your truth. Let go of your name. And observe yourself feeling nameless. Let go of your gender to discontinue thinking you're a man or a woman. Let it go and observe how you would feel walking around without a gender. Let go of the role that you play and let go of the titles that you own. Observe how you're feeling as you are gradually letting go. Let go of your religion and put it aside just for now. And let go of your nationality and even the language that you're accustomed to. Imagine you have no name, gender, role, title, religion, nationality, or even a language. Ask yourself, how do you feel at this moment? And in this feeling, who would think of you and who would you think of? The Supreme Soul would think of you, and you, the liberated soul, would think of the Supreme. In this state of absolute freedom, I am truly who I am. A free, peaceful, pure, immortal, and eternal soul. Allow yourself to just be absorbed in this awareness. At this time, the reason why I offered that meditation and imaging for you is to assist you in seeing the difference of the vibrations inside. If you notice, whenever you're in fear, there's a restriction. There's like a holding back energy in your conscious. And where does that feeling come from? Is it some memory of the past? Is it a debt that I owe? Somewhere, somehow, is there a need for love, good wishes, pure feelings, peace, purity, to settle this debt like you have a credit card, they've offered you 10,000 credit, it's illusionary money. But if you use the card, then you have to give them an interest of 24%. While spending, you weren't thinking of the paying back because you were caught in the intoxication of the acquiring of some other illusion. Could be a Coach bag, a Louis Vuitton, could be gas for the car, could be food, could be for a party, a dress, whatever it might be. Maybe you bought a second-hand car. But you don't think as much about the payback. The spending was giving you joy, but the paying back doesn't. The settling of the debt doesn't give you the same joy you had when you were spending it, right? Fear is like this. Somewhere, somehow in my journey as a soul, I'm using my life, my talents, my thoughts, words, behavior, deed. Maybe I'm giving things in a way without thinking about the consequence of a person's feelings or the well-being of someone's future. You've seen it in divorce cases where the husband might have been the only sole earner and he's so angry with his wife, he's not going to give her a penny. He would rather pay an attorney $50,000 rather than to give the woman $50,000. And so he's not aware of the debt, right? And so he walks away, he wins the case, and he feels free. I didn't give her a penny. She left me anyway, so let her go and live her own life. Births in the future, he finds himself maybe in love with someone. He could be in another form, but he has this fear, this person will leave me. I'll end up with nothing. Where does the fear come from? How does he know he'll end up with nothing? Why is he having that fear? Is it a memory from the past? So here's where faith comes in. Faith in the concept of consider yourself a soul and remember the supreme power. Remember love. Remember the power of love will settle all of your karmic debts of the past. That if you recognize that all aspects of fear are connected to subtly the soul's debt that it's carrying, there's a debt owed. And any debt owed at a soul level is asking for love or peace or purity, good wishes, pure feelings, and then action. You might think, oh, I'm settling this karmic debt with this person and now I have to give them $500,000 of my hard-earned money. You have to give $500,000 to this person, but in what state? If you don't give it lovingly, you're still in debt. You can get remarried and you will go into a marriage with a prenup because you're afraid it's not going to happen it's going to happen again. I'm not going to lose anything anymore. But you're not thinking the exchange between you and another person in its way of the world today is like a contract. Unfortunately, people have these subtle little deals going on with each other at a thought level. And so the fear that it will happen again influences the person's decision to say, I'm not going to go into this relationship with my eyes closed anymore. I'm going to make sure I protect myself. That means they're holding on to that fear of the past. Situations and circumstances come, and we carry that fear with us. Someone's going to happen, something's going to create a loss. I'm working in my job, they're firing people left, right, and center for no reason. I might lose my job. Something in the soul of loss, it's still a recording. That's where you need faith. Faith says, give it love and attention. Faith says, look at the situation in love. I don't like it, but look at the situation in love. Look at what's going on with loving eyes and see if that will transform the memory of the past, because at present it might not be as bad as you think it is. You only think it might get worse, or it might be the worst thing possible, because you haven't fueled or fed your faith at a soul level. So you're still living from the karmic debt from your past as a soul on the journey. The other day we were cleaning the fish pond together, and after we completed the assignment, the sisters had to just gently hold the fish in their hands and put him back in the pond. And they were nervous. They were like, and they kept going in, and they go, no, it's scared. And what they were scared of is that maybe the fish would bite them. Is it a memory of being bit? They're still holding on to the fear. So if the feeling of fear is so strong, if they put their hand in the bucket to get the fish, then of course the fish would feel, oh, she wants me to bite her. Fear, manifest fear. It's a vibrational frequency. But when I told them they won't bite you, they're very gentle. But all they want you to do is to hold them with love. We just took them out of their environment that they feel safe in. We put them in a bucket for an hour, and they don't know what's going on. Just hold them with love and then put them in the pond. And so as they started to do that, some would drop them quick, but then once they held the fish with love, there was no more any fear. In the same way, how do we handle these times with faith that's governed by God's love? It's a practice. In Washington D.C, thousands of federal employees have been laid off. These are families with children, health issues, insurance, bills, mortgages to pay. And now all of a sudden, they've woken up to a reality they cannot even imagine. And there's a fear of homelessness. There's a fear of health issues. There's the fear of their future. It's valid. What do I do? Sometimes the fear will fuel you to find a solution. Good. Fear with a drop of courage and determination and bravery is a good thing, no doubt. But don't forget to include faith in that. What does love want me to do? Where does love need me to go now? Show me. What does love want me to do here? You will get a touching. You will get a thought. You will get a signal from above. And you will be guided right because of your faith. So just remember the image. Scroll back to the video after I'm done. Look at the energy and what fear looks like to live in that state of mind versus to be in faith where you're living in the light. That's where love is. Then you decide, where do you want to spend your life? So you walk with caution, and you walk with care, and you walk with love. You cultivate and develop wisdom along the way, and eventually you'll become such a faithful, fearless individual. It'll take a lot to knock you down. I'm not saying we don't get knocked down sometimes, we do. But we have more faith that can hold us up and bring us back up. And that's what I'm asking you to do. Believe in your soul's potential. Believe that God's power is available for you when you think of it. And even though the situation that you might go through, or maybe you're going through a situation where you think it's going to maybe unfold the worst scenario, don't. In our teachings of the Brahma Kumaris, Brahma Baba always teaches us, he says, there is benefit in every scene of the drama. Always see that, he says to us. Always see there will be benefit in these scenes of the drama. And by maintaining that attitude, somehow the energy that you're manifesting will shift in that direction. And it will begin to be a safeguard for you. Okay, let's take a look at AI and see what awakened intelligence has to say, if I made any sense. Moving from fear to faith, it's not always linear, but here are some thoughtful, practical steps. Acknowledge your fear. Understand the root of the fear. Ground yourself in the present. Feed your mind with truth. Choose surrender over control. That's a big one. Letting go. Replace fear-based thoughts with faith-based ones. Build a daily spiritual practice, like watching The Next Normal. Surround yourself with good support. Take one brave step. Reflect on the times that you were carried where you got support or help. Okay? So you've gotten some nice steps and ideas that can really move you forward beyond your faith factor, your fear factor, into your faith realization. Let's take some moments now and enjoy the Sister Gita effect.
If you are an optimist, you'll be thinking of happy thoughts. Your life will have happy moments. When you focus your thoughts on something you want and you hold that focus, you are in that moment, summoning what you want from the universe. I am true optimistic, and I have never given up believing good things will happen to me. I do good things. I think the energy of good vibes translate into positive action for me. In life, you have to be super optimistic and be prepared to laugh away all negativity. Be prepared even to laugh at yourself. Have an optimistic day. Om Shanti.
One of the things that Sister Gita loved to do is laugh. She would just be, ha, 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 ha. She just starts laughing for no reason, or like we're in a room or something and she just looks and says something and just starts laughing. What a soul. Kinnari, Om Shanti and good morning. Jackie Woodside, I hope your summit went really well. My good wishes were with you. Darlene and Yukti, Ramesh, Harish, Manish, Vivendra, Lilawati, I'm also glad that we're back. So how's your husband doing, by the way? If you can text us and let us know. Rahul, Sukhvir, Varsha, Lolita, Ava, Annette, Kailash, Joanne, Anne. Hi, Anne and Indu. Hi, Wendy. Good to have everyone back on. Thanks a lot for joining us today on The Next Normal. I really want you to think about your fear factors. They're so debilitating and they're such a waste of our time. It's all like, I know I have debts here. I know I've done things in the past that didn't give joy to everyone. And I knew that I've taken people's issues on board, which were not mine. That has also added to my fear factor. But I know that I have a choice to believe in the higher good. And I know that there's benefit in every scene. And if I can only focus my energy there, that vibration will bring the best results for me. All right? So thanks again for joining us on The Next Normal. Lots and lots of good wishes, pure feelings. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Lots and lots of love. Om Shanti.